found a receipt in an old winter coat for a dinner we had, and a small napkin note he wrote, always in ink that's starting to fade, just like the beautiful plans that we made. The calendars turn, but I'm stuck on that night when the world was still soft and the timing was right, before the forever turned into not now, and we broke every unspoken, unwritten vow. It's the ghost of a touch, it's the echo of laughter, it's the once upon a time with no ever after. We were a lightning bolt, we were a storm. Now I'm just shivering, trying to stay warm in the wreckage of dreams that we built in the past. I'm just mourning the version of us that didn't last. I see couples downtown holding hands in the rain, and I wonder if they're just precursors to pain. Was it something I said? Was it something you felt? Watching the gold in our memories melt. We're just two different people with one shared history. How we became strangers is still such a mystery. You're a name in a contact list I can't erase, a blur in the crowd with a familiar face. It's the ghost of a touch, it's the echo of laughter, it's the once upon a time with no ever after. We were a lightning bolt, we were a storm. Now I'm just shivering, trying to stay warm in the wreckage of dreams that we built in the past. I'm just mourning the version of us that didn't last. The direction, we had the spark, but we lost the connection. Now there's a you and a me and a gap in between, and the us is just something that's no longer seen. It's no longer seen. Just the version of us, the version of us that didn't last. I'm standing in a house that's no longer a home, just four empty walls and the sound of my own breath hid in the air like a question mark, while I try to find a match in the shivering dark. You didn't just pack up your books and your clothes, you took the part of the story that nobody knows. The way that I laughed, the way that I dreamed, you unraveled the life that we'd carefully seemed. You took the color right out of the sky, you took the hello and left me the why. I'm a hollowed out shell, I'm a well running dry, with nothing but salt in the corners of my eyes. Not just the keys or the pictures we had, it's the good in the world turning suddenly bad. You didn't leave the peace for the man I should be. When you walked out that door, you took everything. You took everything. My friends say I'm lucky to have a fresh start, but How do you build on a collapsed heart? You took the security, the I'll see you at 5. The reasons I felt like I was actually alive. I reached for my phone just to tell you a joke. Then I taste the ashes and I smell the smoke of the bridge that you burned while I was still crossing. Now I'm just a leaf that the winter is tossing. You took the color right out of the sky. You took the hello and left me the why. I'm a hollowed out shell, I'm a well running dry, with nothing but salt in the corners of my eyes. Not just the keys or the pictures we had, is the good in the world turning suddenly bad. It didn't leave a piece for the man I should be. When you walked out that door, you took everything. You took the music, you took the light, you took the sleep from the middle of the night. You even took the me that I liked the most and left me behind as my own ghost. I look at the calendar, blank on the wall, and I can't find the seasons or the reason at all. I gave you my 20s, I gave you my best. I put every dream that I had to the test. But the years are like water, slip through my hands, building a castle on sinking sands. Now I'm standing here older with nothing to show for the thousands of hours I let you borrow. You didn't just take the rings and the keys, you took the forever and brought me to knees. I'm counting the minutes, the days and the years that I washed away with a river of tears. I can't get back a second of what we went through. I'm just a hollowed out clock that was ticking for you. It's the ultimate theft, the subliminal crime. When you walked out that door, you took my time. I see my reflection, the lines around my eyes, the maps of the secrets and all of the lies. I spent so much energy keeping us weak that I forgot how to just be me. Now I'm starting over, but the sun's going down. I'm a stranger in my own hometown, trying to buy back the moments I wasted on hope while I'm at the very end of my rope. You didn't just take the rings and the keys, you took the forever and brought me to knees. I'm counting the minutes, the days and the years You took the always and dimmed all the lights, just a handful of dust and a lifetime of trust that you took. Yeah, you took my time. We were writing something beautiful in ink that wouldn't dry, tracing dreams across the walls of a future in our eyes. You used to say forever, like it was already done. Now I'm staring at the chapters that we left undone. No final page, no closing line, no clear goodbye to trust. Just a story still half written, an unfinished us. We're an unfinished us, a sentence left mid-air, two hearts still full of something, but going nowhere. I'm holding on to maybes while you're letting go of was. I don't know how to close the book on an unfinished us. Your sweater's still in my closet, your voice still in my head. Your side of the conversation echoes what we never said. I replay our last moment like I missed a hidden sign. Was there something I could have done to keep you mine? You said it's complicated, like that explains enough. But love shouldn't feel this fragile if it's meant to be us. We're an unfinished us, no ending, no resolve. Just two hearts slowly breaking with no one to absolve. You walked away from always, from everything we were, and left me here still holding an unfinished us. Maybe in another timeline we get it right. Maybe we don't give up without a fight. But here we stand divided by fear and doubt and rust. Sometimes love doesn't end, it just becomes unfinished us. I still see our future in the corner of my mind, but reality keeps whispering, you're not coming back this time. We're an unfinished us, a promise cut into a dream that lost its color. When I lost you, I give anything for closure, for a reason I can trust. But all I have is silence and an unfinished us. Some stories fade away, some burn to dust, and some just stay forever. Unfinished us. Unfinished us. Your name still lights up on my phone, like nothing's changed at all. But every time it starts to ring, I'm staring at the wall. say you just miss how I've been, like that's an innocent line. But you don't get to check on me after crossing that line. You don't get my late night tears or the way I hit the floor. You lost the right to hear my voice when you walked out that door. So don't call anymore. Don't say you still care. You can't unlock the heart you broke just 'cause you're feeling scared. You don't get to love me halfway like you did before. If you're not here to stay this time, don't call anymore. I finally started healing from the damage you left behind, learning how to breathe again without you on my mind. Every hey I've been thinking pulls me back into the pain, like I'm just your safety net when you're lonely in the rain. I was your almost, your maybe, your comfort when you're torn. But I won't be the place you run when your new love's gone. So don't call anymore. Don't whisper my name at night. You had your chance to hold me close and you let go of it. You can't keep one foot out the door and one foot on my floor. If you're not choosing all of me, don't call anymore. It hurts to let you fade away, but it hurts more to stay in a cycle of what are we in words. You never say I loved you more than pride, more than I should have sworn. But loving me means showing up, not calling when you want. Delete my number slowly, let silence be the cure. Because every time you reach for me, I break a little more. So don't call anymore. Don't say you still feel us. Love isn't just remembering, it's fighting when it's tough. You walked away so easily. I won't beg like before. If you're not here to love me right, don't call anymore. And if you ever miss me, let it echo in your chest. Because the sound of your silence is what I need the best. You said I did nothing wrong, said I was perfect, honestly. But somehow perfect wasn't enough to make you stay with me. You held my hand so gently while tearing us apart. Breaking me was easier than breaking your own heart. You kept saying you deserve the best, like I was finally free. But if I was everything you wanted, why wasn't it me? It was everyone else. It was time and it was dreams. It was I need space. It was it's not what it seems. You said I'm amazing, said I set you free. Maybe I was everything, just not me. Not the one you fight for, not the one you choose. I was everything you want. forever, like it's still your favorite word. But when it came to loving me forever felt absurd. I replay every memory looking for a sign. Where did your heart start drifting while I was calling you mine? You said you'd find someone like that should comfort me, but I don't want someone. I wanted to be the one you see. It was everyone else, it was fear, it was change, it was I'm just confused, like love's a guessing game. You said I'm unforgettable, said you'll always care for me. Maybe I was everything, just not me. Not the one you hold on to when it's hard to breathe. I was everything you needed, just not the one you'd keep. And that's the kind of heartbreak that lingers in your chest when you know you gave your all but still weren't what they chose. It's easier to be hated than softly set aside, because almost feels heavier than a clean goodbye. I would've fought for us through every storm and sea, but you were fighting everything except losing me. It was everyone else, every reason but truth, every excuse that kept you safe from choosing me and you. You said I'll make someone happy, said they'll be lucky, you'll see. Maybe I was everything, just not me. Not your always, not your last, just a love you let pass. Because I was everything, just not me. And that's what breaks me quietly. I was enough, just not for you. My phone lights up at 2 a.m., but it's never you anymore. Just random apps and strangers' names knocking on my door. I keep the sound turned all the way up, like hope still has a tone, waiting for your "are you awake?" They used to feel like home. I never thought I'd miss 3 little typing dots. No silence, it's the hardest in between my thoughts. These empty notifications are louder than goodbye. Every buzz a reminder you're not on the other side. I keep checking for your name, like it might still be true, but all I get is silence where there used to be you. It's not my phone that's breaking, it's me and these empty notifications. Our pictures still live in my gallery, frozen in better days, smiling like we didn't know love could fade away. I scroll through old conversations, read words you used to say. I'll always be right here for you, guess always couldn't stay. I type your name then erase it like pride is all I've got. I won't be the one still reaching for someone who forgot. These empty notifications keep lighting up the dark, but none of them can fill the space inside my heart. I wait for something that won't come, a message overdue, but the only thing I'm holding is the ghost of me and you. It's not my screen that's glowing, it's memories I'm scrolling through. Maybe one day I won't check, won't stare at that blank screen, won't hope your name appears like it used to mean everything. Maybe healing starts when I finally mute the pain, when I stop expecting love to ring again. No missed calls, no late night texts, no I can't sleep from you. Just a quiet little icon that used to hold the truth. These empty notifications are teaching me to let go. Every silent vibration saying what I know. You're not coming back this time. No matter what I do, the hardest part of moving on is not hearing from you. It's not the sound I'm missing, it's the love behind it too. So I'll turn my phone face down tonight. Let the darkness be my view, because the loudest silence is living without you. Your suitcase by the doorway, your shadow on the wall. I knew before you said a word I was about to lose it all. The air felt thin between us, like something couldn't breathe. I tried to find the courage, but my heart fell to my knees. You wouldn't meet my eyes, you wouldn't let them see the way my whole world shattered when you stopped choosing me. I watched you leave, step by step away from us. Every footstep breaking, all the promises we touched. I stood there in the silence, with forever at my feet. You walked toward a new life, and I watched you leave. The door clicked shut so softly, but it echoed like a scream. Like all the love we built together was just a fragile dream. Your scent still in the hallway, your voice still in my head. I didn't know that love could hurt even after it's been said. You said you'll be okay, like that would set me free. But how am I supposed to heal from losing you and me? I watched you leave, didn't beg you to stay, because love shouldn't be forced to find its way. I let you take your heart back, even though it broke mine too. You walked into tomorrow, and I watched you. Maybe if I'd held you tighter, maybe if I'd fought, we wouldn't be two strangers now divided by one thought. But love that needs convincing was already slipping through. I felt it in the way you said I don't know what to do. I still see that final glance before you crossed the line. The moment I was still yours, but you weren't mine. I watched you leave, and something left with you. The part of me that still believed in what we used to do. You didn't look back once, you didn't need to grieve. You chose a world without me, and I watched you leave. Now the door stays closed at night, but I still see the scene. The day love walked away from me, and I watched you leave. You held me used to when we'd run. Your arms were wrapped around me, but your mind was somewhere else. I felt the distance growing, even while you held me close. I didn't know that warmth could fade while we were standing still. How can something feel so safe and break you at the same time? That was the last hug, the last time you were mine, the last quiet second before we crossed the line. I didn't know I should have held on a little longer than I was. If I had known it was the last hug, I would've never let you go. Your fingers traced my shoulder like they were saying goodbye, but your lips were still pretending everything was fine. I memorized the way you felt, the way you fit with me, like somehow I could keep that moment from slipping out to sea. You pulled away so gently, like you didn't want to bruise. But love can hurt the deepest when there's nothing left to lose. That was the last hug, the last time we were whole, the last breath of forever before it let me go. You walked away so calmly, like this was just because. But I'm still standing in that moment, in the echo of that hug. If I could go back in time to that doorway in the rain, I'd hold you just a second more and try to ease the pain. I'd tell you not to leave me, not to give up on us, because I didn't know goodbye was hiding in that hug. Now every time someone holds me, I compare it to your touch, but nothing feels the same as that last hug. That was the last hug, the last time I felt whole, the last fragile heartbeat before I was alone. If I had known the ending was waiting just because, I would've never loosened my arms on that last hug. Now I replay it in my mind over and over again. The moment love slipped through my hands in the last hug. I felt the cracks before they showed, and quiet nights that turned so cold. Your words were there but not your heart. We were already drifting apart. I held the weight of every fight, stayed up praying we'd be alright, while you were slowly letting go of something I was dying to hold. I was patching up the walls while you were packing up your mind. I thought love was worth the fall. You were already saying goodbye. I tried to save us, try to breathe life back in, try to hold the pieces of what we'd always been. I fought for every promise, every tear, every scar, but you can't fix a broken heart if it doesn't want to. try to fight, yours didn't want to. I tried to save us, stayed when it was hard, gave you every part of me and called it love and smart. I thought if I was strong enough we'd make it through the storm, but love can't stand on one heart trying to keep it warm. I tried to save us while you let us fall apart. Maybe I held on too tight, maybe I couldn't see. You can't force someone to stay when they're ready to leave, and the hardest truth to swallow is knowing deep inside, sometimes the one who fights the most still loses in the end. Now I'm standing in the ruins of the future we designed, learning that some battles were never mine to fight. I tried to save us with every breath I had, tried to turn our breaking into something we could patch, but love takes two believers to hold it through the dark. I was fighting for forever, you were leaving from the start. I tried to save us, but I finally let you go. Maybe that's the healing, knowing I did my part, and maybe that's the healing. I'm looking in the mirror at a face I barely know. The spark behind the surface started fading long ago. I try to curb my lips for the people in the hall, but there's a heavy curtain hanging over it all. You used to be the reason that my laughter came so free. Now I'm searching through the wreckage for the happy part of me. 'Cause when you walked out the door and you closed it tight, you didn't just leave, you stole the light. The punchline is empty, the colors are gray. Every bit of my joy you carried away. It's a hollow kind of quiet, a debt I can't pay. You took my smile when you went away. I see a funny movie or a kid out in the park, and for a split second I'm not standing in the dark. But then the memory of your hand in mine starts to bloom, and the ghost of your grin fills up the room. I've forgotten the feeling of a heart that isn't bruised. I'm just a collection of the pieces you use. They say I should fake it until it becomes real. They don't understand the numbness that I feel. How do you breathe when the air is so cold? How do you shine when you've lost your own gold? 'Cause when you walked out the door and you closed it tight, you didn't just leave, you stole the light. The punchline is empty, the colors are gray. Every bit of my joy you carried away. It's a hollow kind of quiet, a debt I can't pay. You took my smile when you went away. Now I'm just a shadow, just a face in the crowd, waiting for a sun took my smile away. I watch the seasons bleed from gold into the white, but I'm still standing in the kitchen on that Tuesday night. Your coffee cup is sitting where you left it by the sink. I'm terrified to move it, terrified to even blink. Because if I clean the counter and I sweep away the dust, I'm admitting there's no we, there's only me and must. The clock is ticking forward, but I'm frozen in the glass, watching everyone around me let the shadows pass. They say give it time and you'll find someone new, but they don't know that every road I take leads back to you. My feet are made of lead, my heart is made of stone. I can't move on, I'm just a prisoner of the home we used to own. I bought a different brand of shirt, I tried a different street, I try to find a rhythm in the strangers that I meet. But then I hear a song, I smell the rain against the clay, and I'm right back at the start, 1,000 miles away. The world is spinning faster, demanding that I grow, but I'm still holding on to strings that you let go of long ago. Is it a choice, or is it a curse, to stay in the wreckage while the world gets worse? I'm scared if I leave the spot, I'll lose the ghost of your hand. I'm building a life on shifting, sinking sand. The clock is ticking forward, but I'm frozen in the glass, watching everyone around me let the shadows pass. They say give it time and you'll find someone new, but they don't know that every road I take leads back to you. My feet are made of lead, my heart is made of stone. I can't move on, I'm just a prisoner of the home we used to own. I'm still here in the silence and the fear. One step forward, 2 steps back, falling through the empty cracks. No, I can't move on, I'm still waiting for you to come home. I tried to hate the way you laugh, the way you speak my name. I tried to find a spark of spite to fuel a different flame. I told my friends I'm doing fine, that I've turned a brand new page, but I'm just a lonely actor on a dark and empty stage. I've memorized the exits and I've memorized the floor, but I keep on looking backwards at the shadow by the door. It's like a habit in my lungs, a rhythm in my chest. I've tried to find a moment where my heavy heart can rest. I've walked through every fire, I've cried through every blue, but I just can't stop loving you. It doesn't matter where I go or what I for a string to hold on this tight, to keep a candle burning in the middle of the night. They say that love's a choice, but I don't think that's true, because if I had the power, I'd stop wanting you. It's like a habit in my lungs, a rhythm in my chest. I've tried to find a moment where my heavy heart can rest. I've walked through every fire, I've cried through every blue, but I just can't stop loving you. It doesn't matter where I go or what I try to do, I just can't stop loving you. I can't stop, no matter how it hurts. I can't stop, even when it's worse. Yeah, the world keeps moving on, but I'm still here, still gone. I just can't stop loving you. The porch light is flickering, a steady rhythmic beat. I'm listening for the gravel crunching underneath your feet. I haven't changed the passcode or the lock upon the door. I'm living in the maybe, in the like it was before. The dinner's getting cold again, the table's set for two. I'm just a hollow statue holding on to thoughts of you. And I'm waiting for your return, like a desert waits for rain, like a broken hearted melody looking for its strain. They tell me that you're gone for good, that I should let it burn, but I'm standing at the window, waiting for your return. I've got a lifetime of welcome back buried in my chest, until you're home again. My soul can never rest. I see your coat still hanging on the hook beside the hall. I haven't had the heart to move a single thing at all. The neighbors give me pity looks when they see me on the lawn. They don't understand that for me you aren't really gone. I'm counting every second, every minute, every day, mapping out the journey from the moment you went away. Is it madness or is it loyalty to stay right where we stood? I'd give up every future just to have the used to be for good. The sun goes down, the moon comes up, the seasons start to blur, but I'm escape the day, but I find you in the dark. The only place where we're not torn 3,000 miles apart. You're sitting in the passenger seat, laughing at a joke before the engine stalled and the promises all broke. I reach across the console just to touch your phantom hand, and for a fleeting second everything is like we planned. But then the morning breaks and the sunlight starts to sting, and I'm waking up to silence and the ghost of everything. The world says I should wake up, that I should let it be, but I'd rather stay asleep if it means you're here with me. It's a bittersweet addiction, a cycle I can't undo. Every night I'm still dreaming about you. In the dream, the kitchen's warm and the radio is low. There's no sorry for the ending, or I really have to go. We're talking about the weather or the movie that we saw. The picture's perfect, baby, there's not a single flaw. But the edges start to fray when the alarm begins to ring, and I'm left clutching at the air, losing everything. Is it a haunting or a visit? I can't really tell. Am I in a heaven or a self-created hell? I'm scared of the day when your face starts to fade and the dreams turn into shadows of the choices that we made. But then the morning breaks and the sunlight starts to sting, and I'm waking up to silence and the ghost of everything. The world says I should wake up, that I should let it be, but I'd rather stay asleep if it means you're here with me. It's a bittersweet addiction, a cycle I can't undo. Every night I'm still dreaming about you. Close my eyes again, back to the way it was then. Just one more minute with you still in it. Yeah, I'm still dreaming. Please don't wake me up. I'm still dreaming about you. I try to keep my head up, try to look the world in the eye, but there's a heavy pressure building like a summer sky. I see your name in a book or a coat that looks like yours, and suddenly I'm drowning, washed up on the shore. I thought the well would run dry, that I'd have nothing left to give, but the sorrow is the only way I know how to live. And I can't stop the tears, no matter how I try. They're the only words I have left for this goodbye. They're falling for the memories, falling for the us, turning everything we built into salt and dust. It's a river in the hallway, a storm inside my chest, until I wash you out of me. I'll never find my rest. No, I can't stop the tears. My vision's getting blurry as I'm driving down the road. Every mile I travel is a heavy breaking load. I remember how you used to wipe them away with your thumb. Now the salt is stinging and my heart is feeling numb. They say that crying is a healing, a way to let it go, but I'm just overflowed by your love, I still know. Is there a limit to the break and a bottom to the well? How much more of the story is there left for me to tell? I'm tired of the sting and tired of the red. I just wanna be the person I was before you fled. And I can't stop the tears, no matter how I try. They're the only words I have left for this goodbye. They're falling for the memories, falling for the us, turning everything we built into salt and dust. It's a river in the hallway, a storm inside my chest, until I wash you out of me. I'll never find my rest. No, I can't stop the tears. Let them fall, let them hit the floor. I don't even know what I'm crying for anymore. Just the weight of you, just the ghost of us. I can't stop, no, I can't stop the tears. I was drifting in the current, just a body in the deep, with 1,000 heavy secrets that I promised I would keep. The sky was always overcast, the ceiling made of lead, until you reached a hand out and you heard the things I said. You pulled me from the wreckage, you were the light upon the shore. I finally found a reason to keep fighting for something more. And now the stars are falling and the moon is turning black, 'cause you were my only hope, and you're never coming back. I put all my faith in the way you looked at me. Now I'm lost in the middle of a dark and open sea. Every prayer I ever whispered, every dream I ever chose, started with your heartbeat and ended with your ghost. You were my only hope, and now the window's closed. I'm looking for a signal, a flicker in the dark, but the fire's gone to ashes, and I can't find a single spark. I relied on your direction to navigate the night. I forgot how to be steady without your guiding light. Now the world is just a desert, stretching out so wide, and I've got nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. They say don't lean on people, they say stay on your own feet, but you were the only thing that made my life complete. How do you find a future when the anchor's been cut loose, when the only thing I believed in was the simple truth of us? And now the stars are falling and the moon is turning black, 'cause you were my only hope, and you're never coming back. I put all my faith in the way you looked at me. Now I'm lost in the middle of a dark and open sea. Every prayer I ever whispered, every dream I ever chose, started with your heartbeat and ended with your ghost. You were my only hope, and now the window's closed. No more wishing, no more light, just the long walk into the night. I'm all out of chances, I'm wake up to the sunlight hitting your side of the bed, and for a split second I forget the things we said. I reach out for your hand, but I only find the sheets. Then the heavy realization makes my heart skip a beat. The coffee's brewing quiet, just a single cup today, but the ghost of your laughter hasn't moved an inch away. It's been 100 mornings, 1,000 lonely nights, but I'm still caught in the echoes of our wrongs and our rights. The world tells me to move, that the seasons have to change, but being without you feels so hollow and so strange. It's a dull and steady throb, a debt I can't repay. Yeah, I still miss you every day. I saw a movie trailer that I knew you'd wanna see. I almost turned to tell you, but there's no one next to me. I walk the same old sidewalk, wear the jacket that you bought. I'm a prisoner of the memories and the battles that we fought. People say I'm healing, that I'm looking better now, but they don't see the gravity that's pulling at my brow. Is there a point where the missing starts to fade, where I don't feel the shadow of every choice we made? I'm tired of the almost and the what if we had stayed. I'm just a broken record that has finally been played. It's been 100 mornings, 1,000 lonely nights, but I'm still caught in the echoes of our wrongs and our rights. The world tells me to move, that the seasons have to change, but being without you feels so hollow and so strange. It's a dull and steady throb, a debt I can't repay. Yeah, I still miss you every day. Every single sunrise, every single rain is just a different version of the exact same pain. I still miss you, yeah, I still miss you every day, every single day. They say that when it's over, the fire's supposed to die, that the embers turn to ashes under a cold and hollow sky. I scrub the floors and change the sheets and move the dining chair, but I still see your silhouette just standing by the stair. The logic in my head says that we're worlds and years apart, but the message hasn't made its way down to my stubborn heart. 'Cause despite the goodbye and the never again, despite all the silence where the music used to bend, I can't find the switch to turn the light out in my soul. I'm a broken glass trying to be whole. It's been a long, hard winter and the seasons have moved on, but I still feel the love even though you're gone. I saw you at the market, just a glimpse across the aisle, and for a heartbeat I forgot we hadn't spoken in a while. The air got thin, my chest got tight, the world began to spin, because the ghost of what we were was crawling back within. You look so happy, so detached, so steady and so new, while I'm still haunted by the simple silver truth of you. Is it a haunting or a blessing to carry this weight, to love a ghost who's already walked through the gate? I'm tired of the almost and the almost feeling fine, when I'm still treating your memory like it's actually mine. 'Cause despite the goodbye and the never again, despite all the silence where the music used to bend, I can't find the switch to turn the light out in my soul. I'm a broken glass trying to be whole. It's been a long, hard winter and the seasons have moved on, but I still feel the love even though you're gone. Yeah, it's still there, like a hum in the wire. It's still there, like a slow burning fire. I don't want it, but I can't let it go. I still feel the love. I just thought you should know. Yeah, I still feel the love. I look in the mirror, but I don't see my own eyes. Just a hollow reflection under pale, empty skies. You took the maps and you took the keys to the door, but you took something else that I can't find anymore. I'm walking through rooms like a shadow on the wall, waiting for a heartbeat that never comes at all. Because you didn't just leave, you didn't just go. You took the only part of me I ever really known. The world sees a body that's breathing in blue, but my soul went with you, and it's staying there too. I'm a ghost in the daylight, a heart out of you, 'cause I left my soul with you. I try to find a spark in the people I meet, but I'm just a stranger on a familiar street. My laughter sounds hollow like wind through the trees. I'm a ship with no compass, lost on the seas. You're holding the essence of who I used to be, while I'm just the wreckage you left by the sea. They say find yourself and start a new life, but how do I cut through this edge of the knife? I'm half of a person, a puzzle undone, chasing the moon. I forgot about the sun. Because you didn't just leave, you didn't just go. You took the only part of me I ever really known. The world sees a body that's breathing in blue, but my soul went with you, and it's staying there too. I'm a ghost in the daylight, a heart out of you, 'cause I left my soul with you. Keep it safe in the palm of your hand, even if you never quite understand. I'm just an echo, I'm just the clue I left